Hey Samantha.
Hey Edgar!
Hey, do you like my new shoes? I got them yesterday at the mall. Aren't they so great?
OMG, Edgar, those are the ugliest, crustiest, dustiest, mustiest shoes I have ever seen.
Well, these are my favorite pair of shoes and I got them yesterday.
No, they belong in the trash. And I can't believe you even thought something like that was okay to get.
Hey, that is very mean. Remember, if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all.
You are right, Bart. Thank you. I'll remember that. Look, Edgar, I'm sorry I made fun of your shoes. If you like them, that's all that matters. Can you forgive me?
Yeah, I can, Samantha.
Remember to be kind. Hey, Bird.
Hey, Deuce.
What's going on?
Oh my god, that math test was so hard.
What do you mean? It was so easy. What did you get?
I got a 24 out of 100.
What? That test was baby stuff. I could do that when I was 2 years old. I got 100 out of 100.
What?
Yeah, and I can't be seen with someone with such low-level intelligence such as you.
Hey, Deuce, that is not nice. You really hurt Bruce's feelings. Just because you might understand math better than someone else doesn't make the other person dumb. You could really destroy someone's confidence like that.
I'm sorry. I guess I didn't realize that. Thank you, Kenny. Hey, Berg.
Yeah?
I'm sorry I made you feel like you weren't as smart as me. Can you forgive me?
Yeah, I forgive you.
Remember to be respectful. Oh, shit.
Bartholomew, come here, right now. Bartholomew, where is your homework?
My homework? Well, see, the thing is, I was about to do it, but then my dog ate it, so I wasn't able to complete it.
Bartholomew, I saw the blank page of homework on your desk inside. Tell me the truth, and if you don't, I'll have to call your parents.
Wait, don't do that. The thing is, I didn't bring it home yesterday, so I wasn't able to complete it.
I see. Well, Bartholomew, the next time that happens, remember to own up to your mistakes.
So, am I in trouble?
Well, if you turn it in tomorrow, I can give it to you for half credit.
Oh, really? Thank you, Miss Donald.
No problem. And thank you for telling me the truth.
Remember to be accountable.
Isabella, are you done with your snack?
Yeah, I'm done.
Wait, Isabella, don't throw your trash on the floor.
But why not?
Because it's bad for the environment.
Yeah, but nobody's gonna know, so who cares?
Even if no one knows, you should still care. It's bad for the earth.
You're right.
Here, throw it in this trash can. It's right over there. Remember to value integrity. Okay, everyone, you're dismissed now. Make sure to push in your chairs.
Yay. Ow! Oh no, are you okay? I'll take you to the nurse's office. Thank you. Hey, Justine, you forgot to push in your chair yesterday.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I should have pushed it in.
Yeah, Dan got hurt, but it's okay. Now he's fine.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I won't do it again.
Make sure that everyone is safe.
Hi everyone, my name is Sachi. I was the writer and director of this B.R.A.V.E. script. Before this video ends, I just wanted to say, I know the scenarios in this skit aren't exactly the most realistic, but the message still holds true. It's important to be brave and to always remember it. Thank you for watching this Brookvale media production. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye! The 7th President of the United States of America, Andrew Jackson, was a heroic figure. He was an important person in the War of 1812 and defeated the Creek Indians. He did not have the greatest backstory. However, He rose in the ranks and became a lawyer and a politician, amongst other things. He was the first president to be elected by the majority vote instead of the party elites, which can decide the votes even if it is not the majority. Why was he such an important figure, though? Here is the history of Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson was born on March 15, 1767, in the Waxhaws region on the border of North and South Carolina. However, he said that he came from South Carolina. He did not get much formal education, and the British invaded both Carolinas, and Andrew Jackson was captured by the British. Due to his mother and brothers dying from the war, he had a lifelong hatred towards the British. He moved to Salisbury, North Carolina after the American Revolutionary War and studied law there. He was admitted and became a prosecuting attorney and moved to Nashville, Tennessee. After Andrew Jackson was appointed as a Major General of the Tennessee military in 1802, as a general, he served as an important figure during the War of 1812 because he defeated the British. Due to his victory, the people were more than happy to elect him as president. He was elected by majority and officially became the 7th President of the United States. He did many amazing things for the U.S. Some were the greatest. However, not all were bad. To start off, one of Andrew Jackson's flaws during his presidential legacy was his Indian removal policy. The Indian removal policy was where Indian tribes were to go to the west of the Mississippi River. This led to the Trail of Tears, which was where Indian tribes traveled without any help from the government whatsoever, and many people died along the way. The act was allowed 2 years after Andrew Jackson left the office. As for the good things he did, one of them was him being the only president to take off national debt. He controlled what he spent on construction amongst other things, and he did not spend excessively. Due to this, he managed to pay off the nation's debt for the remainder of the term. He established a new principle of vetoing legislation as a matter of policy, and not what they think is unconstitutional. He did this due to the amount they spent on costly things that could be better spent on something else. Andrew Jackson was an important historical figure, not just for the President of the United States, but also as an intelligent person. Even though he made mistakes, he also made many monumental changes. He cleared off national debt, led America to victory during the War of 1812, and much more. He impacted the U.S., both good and bad, but mostly good. Andrew Jackson is one to be remembered for a long time. Thank you. Bye. On December 13, 1903, a brilliant African-American woman was born. Ella Josephine Baker was a social activist who fought against racism and discrimination. She faced many challenges throughout her life, but still managed to overcome those obstacles. You may be wondering, what makes her so important? Ella Baker was the co-founder of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, or SCLC for short, which was led by the Martin Luther King Jr. She also created the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee and founded the In Friendship program, which raised money to support the Southern civil rights activism. Inspired by the Montgomery bus boycott, Ella Baker started a program called In Friendship on January 5, 1956. In Friendship sought to assist grassroots activists who were suffering because of economic reprisals because of their fight against segregation. She helped raise money against Jim Crow laws in the Deep South. The organization contributed thousands of dollars to support the work of Martin Luther King Jr. and the Montgomery Improvement Association, MIA. Working on In Friendship reminded Baker of her times helping out the NAACP, so she traveled back to the South to help Martin Luther King Jr. with his new organization, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. The Southern Christian Leadership Conference was an African-American civil rights organization based in Atlanta, Georgia. It played key roles in the March on Washington in 1963 and the Selma Voting Rights Campaign and March to Montgomery in 1956. And the SCLC also broadened its focus to include issues of economic inequality, starting the Poor People's Campaign in 1967. It was founded on January 10, 1957 by Martin Luther King Jr., Bayard Rustin, Ralph Abernathy, Fred Shuttleworth, and others. Ella Baker joined the SCLC in 1958 to help Martin Luther King Jr. with his new organization. She ran the SCLC headquarters after John Tilley, the previous executive director, resigned in 1959. However, the SCLC was mostly run by men, and they were not used to having such a strong woman leader. That is when she decided to create the Student Nonviolent Coordination Committee. In 1960, Ella Baker founded the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. SNCC sought to coordinate youth-led nonviolent direct action campaigns against segregation and other forms of racism. The Student Nonviolent Coordination Committee allowed students to take part in the civil rights movement. Ella saw great potential in SNCC. With its youthful energy, SNCC members worked on the ground, helping people in rural communities vote, educate themselves, and combat racism. Baker served as an advisor, not a leader, in the SNCC. Ella fully supported the group, but only spoke up when disagreements pulled the conversation off course. Ella Baker left the SNCC in 1973, but without her, the Student Nonviolent Coordination Committee wouldn't exist. Ella Baker was one of the most influential African American women and contributed to a lot of,
Take 4.
Ella Baker was one of the most influential African American women and contributed a lot to help improve people's lives. All her organizations made a big impact in the world and was all a success. The Southern Christian Leadership Conference, the In Friendship Organization, and the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee all affected the world in a great way. Like she said, strong people don't need strong leaders. Ella Baker was a strong and independent woman who made an enormous impact on the lives of African American people. Unfortunately, she passed away on her 83rd birthday in 1986, but her legacy continues to live on. Thank you. Bye.
Hi, my name is Nina, and welcome to the Brookvale Media Project. Today, I'm going to show you how to draw a cartoon parrot. First, you want to start off with a short line here. Next, you want to make a half circle at the top. Remember to make this circle light. Add another line to connect it. Extend these two lines at an equal length. Then connect them with another half circle. Now for your beak. What you want to do is draw a line that kind of represents a half circle. Then you want to make it a little curve and then connect. Then you want to make half of a circle underneath. This will be your beak. Erase the line in between the beak. For extra detail, if you like, you can add a nose line here. Next, we're going to do the wing. Add one long tilted line here. Then a couple W's. This will be the basic shape of your wing. If you like to add extra details, add some smaller W's all around the wing. Now we're going to do our feet. First, you want to make one long line tilted to the left and then one long line tilted to the right. Then you want to make one half circle and then connect it here, but almost. Don't connect it fully. Then you want to make a little U and then a line back up. And then you want to do the same half circle on the other side, just as you did first. Now we're going to stripe it. Do 3 stripes at the top and 3 stripes on each of the toes. And 1 in the middle. We're going to do the other foot. Now we're going to do 1 line slanted to the right and keep doing the stripes. And then we're going to add 1 extra toe with more stripes, of course. Next, if you like, you can add a tree branch for your parrot to stand on. Add some twigs, leaves, or anything else that you'd like. Now, add a trunk to your tree. And some leaves at the top. Now, we'll start with the eye. Draw a big oblong circle. Now draw 2 smaller dots inside. Shade in the remaining area. That is your eye. If you'd like to make it a bit cuter, add a small rind around the eye. This is your eye. Next, we're going to focus on the tail. Add 1 line curving slightly towards the right. Next, 1 long line curving slightly towards the left. Connect these 2 at the bottom. Next, add your basic W's. If you'd like, you can add lines to make more detail. If you want to add the max texturing, then add your basic W's all over. These will help your parrot's tail look more textured and have more feathers on it. Now, if you'd like, you can add a cap to your parrot's head. Do 1 oblong circle and connect it back at its tip. And finally, for the last part of your parrot, the breast. Make a small oblong and then draw a line down and connect it with another small oblong that can end at the edge of your parrot. This is your parrot. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you have a good day.
Hello, my name is Saithrika. Geothermal energy is a renewable energy source which may help the environment. Geothermal energy is just the idea of creating energy from the hot and burning side of the earth. This source of energy does not cause any crucial damage to our planet, unlike fossil fuels like burning coal. Geothermal plants are scattered around the world, but there are few of them so far. The geothermal plant is overly complicated when you first hear about it, but later it gets a lot easier to understand. So I will explain how the plant works. In the geothermal plant, there's a separator which separates water from a pipe, which is filled with water vapor. There are 2 pipes connected to the separator. The first one is called the injection pipe. This pipe sends down cool water down to magma level, which then travels through a horizontal pipe. This pipe will heat up the water increasingly. This will then go through a production pipe and into a turbine to make energy. To install geothermal energy to a regular house, which is 2,500 square feet or 232 square yards, will cost $25,000, which leads to approximately $10 per every square foot. This is an expensive energy source, making it affordable only for the willing who really want to save the earth or the extraordinarily rich people. This problem has many reasons why it is present. This is because just to build a geothermal plant, you would need a lot of material and money. For example, a megawatt can cost over $4,000 to produce, making geothermal energy more expensive to create than to buy. There are many strategic ways to install geothermal energy in your very house. You first need to dig 4 to 6 foot trenches or use a pond. You get the heat of our own planet, the Earth. A plant sends down 2 pipes. One sends feeding water down to magma level. The water is then heated and some gets vaporized. This turns into energy and is then spread throughout the world. Thank you for watching and see you again.
Imagine this, you come back from school after an exhausting day. You're craving a delicious snack. Then you remember about chocolate chips. Hello, my name is Ahan, and I will be telling you about this tasty treat and the history of it. National Chocolate Chip Day occurs on May 15th every year. Have you ever wondered where the term chip comes from? It refers to an English biscuit recipe. However, there are no chocolate morsels in the recipe. If it were not for Ruth Graves Wakefield, we would not have had chocolate chips. In 1937, she thought to add chocolate to her cookies. She added chopped chunks of a sweet Nestle chocolate bar to the recipe. It was a huge success. She partnered with Nestle to make a new bar with the discovery, Toll House cookies, named after the inn which they were invented in. In return, Wakefield got a lifetime supply of chocolate. After this discovery, many more things were invented to have cookies made faster. For example, Nestle made a chopping tool to cut chunks. In 1941, these chocolate chunks were sold in either chip or morsel form. In fact, due to these inventions, bakers did not even need to cut the chocolate. At that time, bakers started selling chocolate chips in many different flavors: bittersweet, semi-sweet, mint, white chocolate, dark chocolate, milk chocolate, and white and dark swirled. Chocolate chips are used for a lot of things. The most common, cookies, malted baked treats, and sometimes even trail mix or breakfast options like pancakes. They have a lot of competition. Some of the known brands that make them are Nestle, the original, Hershey's, Great Value, Enjoy Life, and many more. Chocolate chips were a breakthrough invention. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Hi, I'm AJ, and wind turbines are a form of clean energy, meaning it does not pollute the atmosphere. It was invented in 1887 in Cleveland, Ohio, by inventor and electrician Charles F. Brush. The average height of a wind turbine is 60 to 120 meters, or 196 feet to 393 feet. The tallest one, the Vestas V236 with 15 megawatt energy output wind turbine, being 280 meters, about 918.64 feet tall. There are many parts to a wind turbine. The main feature of a wind turbine are the blades. Most turbines have 3 blades, though a few designs call for just 2. The blades have a unique aerodynamic shape which causes them to spin. The blades are attached to a cone-shaped hub. Together, the blades and hub form the rotor, which rotates in response to the wind. For the turbine to make enough electricity, a gearbox is needed. The gearbox consists of a high-speed shaft and a low-speed shaft. The rotor is connected to the low-speed shaft, which is connected to a high-speed shaft. The low-speed shaft is a big gear, and the high-speed shaft is a small gear. One rotation of the blade, or low-speed shaft, makes multiple rotations of the high-speed shaft. The high-speed shaft attaches to an electromagnet in the generator, which makes electricity. The nacelle is the box behind the blades and rotor. It protects the gearbox, brakes, and generator from exposure to the elements. There is also a yaw system. Since the wind does not blow in one direction every time, to optimize the electricity generated, the turbine moves to be perpendicular to the wind. The wind's velocity and direction affect the power generated by wind turbines. Stronger winds generate more electricity, although there is a limit. Turbines shut off when wind speeds go above 55 miles per hour to prevent damage, and turbines are destroyed by high winds during storms. Similarly, wind speeds that are too low carry little capacity to produce energy. Most wind turbines shut off when wind speeds drop below 8 miles per hour. That is the biggest downside of a wind turbine. It cannot operate when there is not enough wind. My friend Shravani is going to take over for now.
Hello, I am Shravani. The most common type of wind turbine is the horizontal axis wind turbine, called HAWT for short. The HAWT design produces most of wind power today. It is simply the most efficient and well-researched design available. The blades on a HAWT generate lift, causing the turbines to spin and generate electricity. Unlike other designs, HAWTs must face the wind to be efficient and are equipped with a yaw system, and a component responsible for the orientation of the wind turbine rotor towards the wind to make sure that a constant 180-degree angle is achieved. Most HAWTs have 3 blades, but 2-blade designs are common as well. VAWTs, or vertical axis wind turbines, are less common. As the name suggests, VAWTs have vertical-orientated turbines which spin around a central shaft. A major advantage of VAWTs is that they do not have to be pointed at the wind, which is great for areas that have variable wind direction. A disadvantage of VAWTs is that VAWTs do not make as much electricity as HAWTs do. While a few VAWTs are large-scale projects, most tend to be used on a small scale, like powering a single building or small structure. Large wind turbines can provide anywhere from a few hundred kilowatts to several megawatts of power. But since wind speeds often vary, so does the power output of a wind turbine. If a wind turbine is rated at 1.5 megawatts, then it is less expected to generate significantly less power in practice. Offshore wind turbines are larger than onshore wind turbines and can generate more electricity. The main reason is because of its sheer size and because wind speeds are more constant near the ocean. The largest offshore wind turbines have a power output such as 8 megawatts, and an onshore wind turbine has a maximum output of 7.5 megawatts. Some of the pros of wind turbines is that a minimal maintenance since it will turn on and off on its own. Another pro, not relating to the environment itself, it employs 100,000 people, which is more than the seating capacity of the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum across 41 United States. There are some downsides though. Even though wind farms make a lot of electricity, it kills wildlife. Since it is not human operated, if any animals fly over the turbine, they can get harmed or even pass away. We should all thank Charles F. Brush for inventing this incredible way of generating electricity. See you next time.
Bye!